Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As I was about to tell today's video, I have been here way too many times at this exact screen in my career this year. So, this is my last build of NBA 2K23. Now, as you can actually see by the title of today's video, it's my remake of a Giannis build I created from day 1 of the game. Actually, day 0 for that matter, because I had the game a little bit early. But, as you can see, this is what we're looking at retooled. So, the build is going to have 90 vertical at 6'11" with 93 driving dunk, 90 standing dunk. You reach a couple different thresholds between 76 pass accuracy, obviously the break starter, the LeBron James pass style if we like to go with that. I'm actually thinking about none recently, but either way 76 is still a really good threshold to hit. 70 ball handle, 65 plus speed with ball, so I'm not sure if that Joel Embiid dribble style is going to be it or not. If I like pro already quite a bit though, but as you can see, 89 interior defense, it gives a silver brick wall. We got good perimeter D, good steal, 99 block with 94 defensive rebound, 92 offensive rebound, and 90 vertical. This is what I think is going to significantly stand out on this build. Not to mention also the takeover options, I get slash and play. So ideally when I think of playing comp pro-am or stuff like that, or just in general in a really like wanting to win situation, I'm probably going to end up running something like this, where I go play take primary and then slash take secondary. And with being the pick and roller consistently and getting a lot of rebounds, all types of stuff like that, shot blocking, being the 4 on the back end and stuff like that too, I assume it's going to involve a whole lot of getting takeover quickly. And with that in mind, getting takeover even faster off pick and roll dunks or just like alley-oops, anything like that, all of that will actually help me get play take even faster. And play take, in case you guys have not seen, in my opinion, for a role player in comp pro-am is extremely lethal. I think this is actually like the best takeover in general on the game for anything that's not a point guard. If I could just have this on everybody from shooting guard all the way to center, I would have it on everybody, to be real with you. It's about as simple as that. But anyway, I'll get to the badge counts, I'll get to the whole loadouts and stuff like that, I'll get to all the attributes, etc, etc, after I show a little bit of a rec gameplay. But just real quick to show you the badges that I was actually using in this video, no rebound chaser yet, just keep that in mind. It's actually really like amazing how well this build actually rebounds. Not to mention I just got this playmaking badge, so I just put the bronze unpluckable on. I'll eventually core this as well, but as you can see I have no progress because I literally just put it on one micro game. But anyway, we're going to get into the gameplay. The only difference in the gameplay that you're going to see, I had 84 vertical instead of 90. Other than that, all the attribute ratings are exactly the same. Also, in case you guys are curious, I'm playing just random rec. I actually do find this pretty therapeutic. It's pretty enjoyable to do. I know some people would disagree, but honestly, the whole no expectations, no teammates, I get to just play around and do whatever I want, stuff like that. And also just try and like, you know, do what it takes to win and really try and help carry maybe some randoms and stuff like that. And maybe even change people's opinion on the whole inside center thing as far as what they typically see. So, in today's video, you can see I'm an inside power forward. I know this is everybody's worst nightmare when they load up in comp pro-am. They see a 4 that's like 6'11" and he can't shoot, and they're like, oh brother, here we go, this guy. Now also, keep in mind, I am playing 92 and below rec, but I kind of have to do that obviously at the current stage of the build. I don't have the ratings even up high enough to be able to even do it if I wanted to. Not to mention, I don't even have rebound chaser, I don't have anything like that, so I'm not going to be able to stand out the way that I would like to. But yeah, you're probably wondering, like, are you really going to show a full like post-commentary rec gameplay? Well, they actually end up quitting out really early, but I just want to show you guys some quick little showcase of how the build performs and stuff like that. But early on, I will say I was kind of looking like the classic inside center, you know, bad spacing, this, that, and the other. I'm out here holding screens everywhere. People aren't really like looking to 3-hunt off it, obviously. And yeah, I understand. Obviously, people's dispute with the inside bigs is stuff like that. But as far as the reason this gameplay is super short, like I said, they just ended up quitting out super early. We were going crazy on this build. Now, right here is vertical. I really do want to like stress that point extremely heavily. That is no rebound chaser. That is me like only with 80-ish rebound ratings and stuff like that too. Vertical, even just being 83, 84 is still tremendous. Now that on 90, plus some takeover as well, plus like goal rebound chaser and all types of stuff like that too. Also vertical right there for the block, and also vertical again right there. I don't think I got the second block really like crazily. I actually don't think I ended up getting the block. I know anchor popped up twice, but I think I just got a contest on the second one. But boom, now we're flying up for the rebound again on the outlet pass, thinking about it, but as you can see, I'm trying to save for that double take so we don't end up actually like making those passes. But I'm just going to float around on the wing. I know people are probably thinking, well, you're an inside, what's the point in that? Well, as you can see, I have takeover prepared. So picture Giannis when you see this build, all right? I don't have to shoot stuff like this, but as you can see, I catch it, pop the take, boom, right? Like go straight in with the easy blow-bys, get the takeover to go. And I tell you what, fellas, if I can just get the ball, if the ball can just end up in my hands when I play with this rec random stuff and I have slash take, it's an automatic bucket. It's actually so fun and ridiculous, man. But some people don't trust it. Some people don't know what you're gonna be capable of, and it's just the truth about this random rec stuff. I find that my issue with random rec is not spacing, lack thereof. I don't really care about spacing. Dunk meter really does not care about spacing at all, to be honest. I don't find my issue is spacing. I find my issue is just getting the ball in situations that I know I can score really easily. And obviously I'm not trying to be a ball hog with this stuff when I have it or anything like that, but you would think people would be willing to give you the ball when you have takeover. Now in this game, they were a little bit more willing than the other people I normally play with. Obviously, the way I see rec randoms, to be honest, it's more like I said, the therapeutic aspect of this to me is going to be about playing defense, rebounding, and just like really, if people don't want to give me the ball or anything like that, just to crash boards super hard, you know, simple as that. Right here, again, like centers like working out down low. I'm coming down for the O board. You're going to see a lot of times that I really do disagree with the way that people think of spacing is key at all times. I do understand it is pretty helpful in most situations, but you're going to see a lot of times where if I was a spacing big, if I was just a stretch four that was constantly spotting up on the perimeter, I would never be near these offensive rebounds that I get in this game. It's just the truth. Anyway, like I said, if I can get the ball, we can make some things happen here. And now, thankfully, they give me the ball as a whole point forward, like me at the 4, getting the ball in the inbound, coming down, slash take, dunk meter it out. Who cares about spacing? I don't, that's for sure. And I'm telling you guys, like, I really do think this stuff can work, where, yeah, sure, the big's being an idiot running out of bounds, and now I got 2 dudes on me, but dunk meter don't care. I'm here for the contact dunk. If I can initiate it, it doesn't matter after that. And as you can see, the center on the down, like in the paint anyway, didn't even like end up playing good contest on it regardless. But again, you can make stuff like this work, in my true opinion. I don't think you need spacing desperately. And as you can see, I think he actually low-key lagged out because now our center gets kicked out of the game. But do I care? No, not at all. So again, I don't care about spacing in terms of that stuff. What I really care about spacing with is on the 3-point line, because right here, this is where I can get stopped a little bit. If I have bad spacing on the 3-point line and people are all up on me, super next to me like this, I don't know why he ended up moving toward me, to be honest with you. I don't know what the purpose of that is at all, but it is what it is. Rec randoms. But anyway, you can see Mr. 5'7" right here. That's a troll build too. I'm gonna be real with you. This is a little really unorthodox gameplay that we got right here. But anyway, my whole point. If I get blitzed right here, that's the problem, right? And he ended up going for it too. I don't care about this guy down here. The whole point is for me to get past my own guy, and if I can do that, then I can just dunk meter this guy down here anyway. It doesn't matter about the spacing. I just need to make sure I can actually get to the basket without getting bumped constantly 24/7. But again, 3rd dunk meter in a row right there. It's a walk in the park. It's so cake. And what's so convenient about this build is at the 92 overall level that I have it currently, I'm actually still able to get things like limitless takeoff, slithery, and poster because they're all tier 1s, tier 2s. And that's what we talked about literally from day 0 of me having the game, was that the finishing badge tiering for 611s looked absolutely unreal. And it really is interesting. Now, I think this is a pretty good cut. Either way, I don't get the dunk right here, but off this offensive rebound, peep the putback dunk on his head. Silver rise up in this gameplay. I only had it on silver, not gold. I do have it gold now, obviously, but again, it's really interesting to see how this build's performing as far as, like, I'm not going to go for dunk meters on standing dunks, obviously, but the close shot, you may think, oh, that's super low for an inside big. I hate that. That's what you might be thinking. Me personally, I don't care. I truly do believe that, like, I don't really want to be taking super uber contested inside shots or anything like that, and if I am, I'm expecting them more likely than not to be a dunk. And pair that with gold rise up and 90 standing dunk, elite big man contacts, stuff like that. I think truly standing dunk is all I'm ever going to need. I don't even utilize close shot on any of the builds I have either, and I'm still 2 inches shorter than it on both the Ben Simmons builds I've used at 6'9", whether it's like my shooting build, it still has 76 close shot, I suppose. But either way, I don't find it too necessary to have. I'll just put it like that. Right here, I will say, that's a display of close shot, I suppose, because bro just makes a 32% contested standing lay, but you don't expect those to go either very consistently, to be honest. And also with if my interior defense is any higher than like 73, that's probably also just off in general, because then I have 89 interior D on the build as well. Right here on the cut again, I'm able to get the X button dunk. I mean, truly, man, I really do feel like this build is going to be a really great build at performing the way I want it to. You can see these guys are so bad, they're trolling so hard. But my whole point here, I want to maybe talk about how I plan to use the build as well. So I'm planning for this to be a backside defender, aka the power forward on defense, right? And I would maybe hope that the defensive versatility can still be there. I mean, its speed is only 2 slower than what I'm used to. Also, shout out to another standing dunk on the putback as well. But the speed is only 2 slower than I'm used to on my 6'9 build, so being 2 inches taller but only 2 speed slower is pretty interesting. My build moves really good as far as speed goes. The steal rating and prim D are a little bit lower though, obviously, compared to a 6'9, so it's not going to be as elite of a perimeter defender, not to mention I can't really guard ball with it, but figuratively, I'm maybe wondering if I can, low-key. I'm hoping what I potentially can do is come out here and play sides defense, and if my build speed and just in general perimeter defensive ability isn't that bad, not to mention the spacing in Pro-Am is really tough, so in my opinion, Pro-Am is way more about versatility than it is like in small movement speed, I guess, or great perimeter defensive ability. I think truly the lack of spacing makes it so easy to play defense in this game in a condensed area, so I think I can still do it at the 6'11 height, to be honest with you. Not to mention offensively, I still want to play kind of the exact same way. I feel like the ball handling isn't really going to be that much of a hit. I feel like ideally I could still come out here and do everything that I do normally in the Pro-Am scene as far as offense goes. Not to mention 90 vertical plus being taller in general could lead to some really elite rebounding, I think. Not to mention Hall of Fame anchor, shot blocking ability goes crazy, Hall of Fame chase down, and honestly I think it's just going to be a fun build for me to try out. Also, I do want to say, off this gameplay right here, and in my career, albeit it's just my career, but against like Rudy Gobert as I'm looking at it right now, LAL versus Minnesota, and that's what I just played. But this dunk meter stuff feels truly ridiculously easy compared to being 6'9". I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if height really plays a huge factor in that, as far as like maybe I'm just dunking over smaller people than myself, so it's easier for my player to do the dunk. But I've seen a ridiculous rate of this dunk meter to work when it comes to like PvP gameplay like this, or just offline like my career stuff like that as well. And I'm telling you, I know I'm just judging my career at the end of the day on that stuff, but truly comparing that to the 6'9 and how it feels when I try and dunk meter on that build, it really is different, bro. I think this is actually going to be a freakish build if I can utilize it properly. Now, what I also could do, for that matter, if this build isn't a great power forward defender and I end up maybe still trying to play Pro-Am and we're missing tonic or something like that, I could slide in the 5 and we could go with double locks at the 4 and the 3 and have like double shooting locks, and then I would have this build right here at the 5, and it maybe could contribute to our offense being really interesting as far as that stuff goes. But I'm still not exactly sure how I plan to use the build. At the end of the day, a fallback option that I would like to go back to too is just to play like this exactly, to be honest. I actually think this is kind of fun to hop in the rec randoms and just do stuff like this. Now, anyway, as you can see, 2 dudes quit out. From this point forward, anything that happens, I don't really think it matters that much because they're missing a point guard and a small forward, so now people can just kind of double team off him. And yeah, I'm missing a center, so the center can double team me when I drive too. But either way, it ends up at halftime being like 14-9 right here with 2 assists. He actually took a charge on me in one of these too, and the center was actually pretty interestingly good too. But anyway, I kind of more so wanted to just show the first quarter stuff because, again, that's stuff that you can actually see, and we're playing the full 5 before they quit right at the end of the quarter. Anyway, now let's show you guys the actual builder process real quick in case anybody was curious how I made the build or if you want to make it for yourself. Again, we are late in the year, and obviously 2K is running a lot of people's pockets, so I don't always encourage people to just keep on making new builds. It's been hurting my pockets quite a bit as far as that goes. I've spent VC for my teammates this year as well. I'm probably one of 2K's biggest contributors as far as VC input, to be honest with you. So whether you call that a sellout, I don't care. At the end of the day, I enjoy the game. I'm enjoying making new builds, and you don't have to make builds either. It's just I enjoy doing it, and I make the content out of it anyway. But I've probably spent between me and teammates combined, because I've been helping my boys a lot between AK, Zeke. I've contributed to the Tonic build, IQ build, Apollo build, stuff like that, because I've been trying to be a helpful big YouTuber that's just making, you know, good money off the YouTube in general. So I want to help the boys, and I've probably spent more, honestly, about $2,000 in VC this year. It's crazy stuff, man. And this game is pretty atrocious as far as the VC counts, as the fact that you have to spend like $100 for every build that you make. But anyway, to talk about my final build here, because that's the title of the video, 6'11 center, 216 on the weight, because I'll just go ahead and showcase this. If you go any higher than 216, you lose that speed right there. And not to mention, this is exactly where we need for that 89 interior defense for the silver brick wall, and we get 94 defensive rebound for the gold rebound chaser as well, and the Hall of Fame box out beast is actually what we're getting with that 94. But anyway, I'm maybe a little bit concerned about the whole 92 offensive rebound. The vertical itself should go pretty hard, and at the end of the day, it is still gold rebound chaser. It's nothing any super different from what I've been used to, but the defensive rebounding should be elite. I haven't really played on a build with any more than 81 defensive rebound all year so far, so I'm really intrigued as to see what the defensive rebounding is going to look like. We got 99 block for that Hall of Fame anchor right there, plus badge point. We got 77 prim D, or 77 steal, 76 prim D, maxed out on pretty much everything defense for the build, and maxed out on everything physicals for the build. So it's pretty ridiculous, man. I mean, look at this stuff. The only thing we're lacking is close shot post control. I don't believe I'm going to need post control to get down to the paint anyway. To be honest with you, I think I can dribble my way down there. And also, like I said, still believe in the standing dunk and the driving dunk at an elite level. We got 19 finishing badges. I ended up putting a couple extra on here because I'm going to eventually run Rise Up, Fast Twitch, and then still run Poster, Fearless, and then Slithery, Limitless Takeoff. And then also still Acrobat too. So the plan is I put like a good bit of extra finishing. I think it was like +4 or something like that. I'm not exactly sure to a complete T or anything like that, but I believe it was +4. Then the rest are all plus like defense. So I think that's now +3 for defense and +4 for finishing. But yeah, playmaking wise, it gets play take, so I thought that was pretty cool. Not to mention, you can see the playmaking badges lines up perfectly to be able to core unpluckable on bronze in the tier 3. I'll still be able to run quick first step, break starter, bailout, bronze handles for days, bronze clamp breaker, and I don't really care about vice grip. I've already said that in multiple different videos. I don't think this matters literally at all. I will continue to not use this badge, and even if I needed the badge, oh well, I can make a couple revisions here and there, but I am not going to need it. I can guarantee you that. I'm never going to run the badge. It's as simple as that. So, other than that, the vertical, again, I really do want to stress this point of the speed, vertical, rebounding, and shot blocking. All this stuff I expect to go super crazy and lead to some really crazy chase down attempts, some crazy rebounds, some crazy versatility on defense. And again, this is going to resemble Anthony Davis, Giannis type stuff when it comes to defense. Offensively, I think it still even will for that matter too, just minus the shooting, which in obviously AD's case maybe plays a little bit more of a factor. But Giannis, I mean, honestly, they're both kind of garbage at shooting this year anyway. But anyway, play take and slash take, and then also we got rim and glass too, but I don't really plan to even use these, to be honest. I will in the rec center, obviously, because again, I don't really care about boosting up my teammates' takeover in the rec. It's just the truth. I'm probably going to do things like easy blow-bys as the primary 100% when it comes to playing in the rec randoms, but either way, this is still a great option, and I think it's actually something that could make a really good case for being the comp pro-am build too. Now, I don't know if that's what I want to do personally, because I think with our comp pro-am team the way it is, the double 6'9s is a defense that I do not want to get away from very much, to be honest. And I think for me to stay on the current build that I'm at with that team would be ideal. But at the very least, I can dabble around with it. I can try this build here and there as far as playing like that. I can maybe even use this in the park and stuff like that too. I just want to experience the build a little bit in its own way, and I've been wanting a build like this, but the problem is too, I didn't have Gym Rat or Accelerator on my original Giannis build, and it had some bad stuff like 70 pass hack instead of 75 plus. We had a ton of driving layup into it. It was really bad on that. We were just missing a lot of thresholds, to be honest with you, and it really needed a retool if I ever wanted to try and use the build again. So unfortunately, like I said, I just dropped another $100 into, you know, remaking a build that I pretty much already had, but didn't have Accelerator, didn't have Gym Rat, didn't have good driving layup thresholds. I had way too much on it and didn't even get long athlete by 1 point. Idiot for that. And also missed out on, like I said, pass accuracy and stuff like that too. So anyway, that's all for video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on noties, all good stuff. And like always, try to 2,000 likes. If you made it to the end of the video, put Paint Beast in the comments, search support that you made it all the way through, or put Giannis in the comments to show support you made it all the way through. Anyway, that is all for video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And other than that, take it easy, man. Peace.